Good afternoon. I'd like to call the Ways and Means Committee meeting to order, please, for January 10th. Philip Stock in your chair. If you please stand and join me in the pledge. Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And if we could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Stockin.
Present.
Mr. Fanton.
Here.
Mrs. Burdick. Here. Mr. Demick.
Here.
Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mr. Healy.
Here.
Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mrs. Root. Here. 8 members present.
Thank you. We need approval of the minutes from December 13th. Can I have a motion, please?
Root will make that motion.
Hayfield, second.
Who's supported? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. And the minutes from December 20.
Demick will move. Van will second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. The audit was presented to you by email and on your desks. If we could have a motion for that, please.
Healy will move it. Van will second.
Moved and supported. Any questions about the audit?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Terry, is that assigned counsel, is that ILS money that's being spent? It was 98,000?
Some of it is, some of it, they're split, some of them are county money, some of it.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you. Our county administrator has 2 items for us this afternoon. Please welcome Ms. Knapp.
Thank you. First item I have is an MOE requesting a resolution to renew our agreement with GovInvest. This is software we use when we negotiate contracts, and our software is expiring. It actually expired, I think, this month, so we'd be asking to renew that.
Could we have a motion, please?
Vertical move.
Hayfield, second.
Are there questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Ricky.
How long have we had this? I've negotiated, don't ever remember.
We
Hear
used
about
it, and I think we might have shown you some information data off of it, but you probably didn't see, we didn't probably pull it up and show you how it operated, but I think we showed you some data off of it the last time we negotiated. We bought it, Tim was still administrator when we bought it, I think 2019. And we used it for those negotiations during those years, 1920.
And that add-on, what's the one-time add-on component?
Okay, so the one-time add-on component, I believe, would allow us to do salary comparisons, that they will be going out for our behalf and looking at comparable data from other counties. By buying that, that actually reduced the price of the renewal on the other end. So it didn't cost us any more money to add on that component and get data from other areas and let them work that for us rather than us making phone calls. If we didn't do that, it would cost the same, so.
Thank you.
Yep.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Can we use some of that data from this program, and maybe in other areas? Is that applicable at all in the county government?
I know we had built it to look at the total cost when we build the budget. You can kind of look and see what it allows you to do is take your entire workforce and input the data on their salary schedules and other things in there and project it out over time. So it's a good budget tool for us.
Good for planning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
So the next MOE I have is a request to go and apply for 5310 money. So 5310 money would be DOT money to expand our transportation system. Right now, the county's transportation system, it's fixed route bus service. We would be looking to add some wheelchair accessible vans to this and doing almost like a dial-a-ride service, either connecting people to the bus stops or providing extra stops for them. We had a meeting on this on Monday with Ardent Solutions involved, Anita from OFA as well. This turnaround on this grant is, it's due here in February, I believe, and the beginning of February. It only comes around every 2 years. I'd like for us to put an application in and see if we can get some money to add to this. If not, I think the experience would be good going forward for the next 2 years. So there is some blank where it says requesting no more than, because Ardent Solutions is still doing a lot of homework between Monday and today, and I don't think they have the total dollar amount they think we should put in the grant application request. But we certainly could update that when we do it. We have talked about, regardless if we get this grant or not, there may be some ways for Office of the Aging to use the current wheelchair accessible van that we have, as well as some other funding streams to maybe start kind of like a pilot program as well if we don't get this grant money. But I think it's much needed. We definitely have a population that lacks transportation. This specific funding goes towards seniors and those with disabilities. I think if you ever spend any time with Anita, she can tell you a number of stories of people that need transportation and don't qualify for other services, and this could help that.
Well, I'll move it to begin with.
I'll second it. Root?
Any further questions?
I have a question. Are these propane? Will these be propane?
Nope, these are just regular, a little bit bigger than normal passenger vans, I believe.
Oh.
Actually, the one we have right now, we use for Meals on Wheels on top of it, but we have the wheelchair access. There are not many wheelchair accessible vehicles in the county, is my understanding, whether county-owned or owned by other agencies. And it is, you know, I think sometimes people call the ambulances for transportation. Those ambulances are also not usually wheelchair accessible. They have to take someone off a wheelchair and put them on a gurney, et cetera.
Mike?
Thank you, Chairman. Part of the target population that could utilize these handicap accessible vans would be our disabled veterans, is that correct?
Yes, I think you're looking at quite a broad population that could potentially use this between seniors and disabled.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you, ma'am. County Treasurer. Welcome, Terry.
Good afternoon. I'm here to ask permission to fill 2 positions in my department due to a resignation. Excuse me. The first one is a senior account clerk typist, and the second one is an account clerk typist. I have one that we did approximately a year ago, but the test is being given this month, or this coming month, so I'd like to renew that approval to fill. The employee currently holds the senior account clerk typist position as a provisional position, so the account clerk typist is also open. So I'd like to permission to fill both of them if possible.
Okay, we probably
Pat will move that.
Should we take them one each separately?
So we can do the senior first.
Yeah. Okay, the first one, Dwight
Yep.
moves it.
Yes.
Vertical second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
The second one is the account clerk typist position.
Root will move that one.
Ricky, second.
Any questions here? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And they're carried.
Thank you so much.
Thank
That's all I
you,
have
ma'am.
today. Thanks.
Okay, we have referrals from committees. Human Services, please, Ms. Burdick.
Director of Office for Aging Anita Madison is requesting permission to fill 2 part-time luncheon center managers. The annual salary for each position is estimated to be $14.88 with annual benefits, and the positions are funded with 10% county, 90% federal, and are included in the budget, and I will move that.
Pat will second that.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Public Health Director Tyler Shaw is requesting permission to fill 1 full-time medical records computer operator. And any subsequent backfills, the annual salary of this position is estimated to be between $35,853 and $37,994 with benefits. This is funded with 86% county funds and 14% state funds, and as is included in the budget, and I will move that.
Root will second.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Deputy Commissioner of Social Services Don Horan is requesting permission to fill one full-time social service investigator and all subsequent backfills in the Department of Social Services. The annual salary of this position is estimated to be between $43,309 and $53,959 with benefits. This is funded with 46% county, 7% state, and 47% federal, and this is included in the budget, and I will move that.
Hayfield, second. Questions or discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Deputy Commissioner of Social Services Don Horn is requesting permission to fill 3 full-time social welfare examiner positions in the Department of Social Services. The annual salary of each position is estimated to be between $38,226 and $46,461 with benefits. These positions are funded with 38% county, 10% state, and 52% federal, and they are included in the 2024 budget, and I will move that.
Demical, second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Deputy Commissioner of Social Services Don Horn is requesting a resolution to accept and appropriate a donation of funds that have been awarded by the Allegheny County Area Foundation to support the annual foster care Christmas party in the amount of $700, and I will move that.
Root will second.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Deputy Commissioner of Social Services Don Horn is requesting a resolution to accept and appropriate a donation of funds by Otis, Minnesota for the foster care Christmas party in the amount of $500, and I will move that.
Hayfield, second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. And very much appreciated these contributions from these outside groups. Planning and Economic Development.
Director of Planning Keir Durham is requesting permission to fill one full-time secretary position in the Planning Department. The annual salary of this position is estimated to be between $43,800 and $62,450, with annual benefits estimated to be $17,000 to $24,000. The position is funded with 100% county funds and is included in the budget, and I will move that.
Helio, second.
Moved and supported. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Public Works. Mr. Patton.
County Superintendent of Public Works Thomas Windus is requesting permission to fill one full-time heavy motor equipment operator position. Bargaining unit, grade 14, step base to 7, the Department of Public Works. It's 100% funded by Allegheny County funds. I'll move it.
Helio, second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
County Superintendent of Public Works Thomas Windus is requesting permission to fill one full-time janitor position, bargaining unit grade 9, step 7, and all subsequent backfills in the Department of Public Works. And this 100% county funds, and I'll move that.
Demical, second.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried.
County Superintendent of Public Works Thomas Windus is requesting a resolution establishing a capital project account for County Route 31, bridge number -1603, bin number 3330260, in the town of Friendship, as part of the Bridge New York Rehab Program. The project is being funded through New York State Bridge, New York, at 95% federal and 5% local shares. Currently, the anticipated cost of this bridge is around $2.86 million. Our local share is $143,350, and I'll move that.
Helio, second that.
Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
At the beginning of this, it says establishing a resolution, requesting a resolution establishing a 2023 capital project. Should that be 2024?
Yes.
Not
We-
that- I don't think so.
She's nodding her head, yes.
It has to be 24 now because it wasn't, we didn't do it in 23. It has to be 24 budget adjustment.
So
Thank you.
we can just make that correction as part of what we're doing. Okay. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Pardon?
I did ask Terry about that, and she had confirmed that last week, and I see that there was more than one place to update it, and I didn't update it in both places. Same scenario for the next one. That was supposed to be 24, and it didn't get properly corrected.
Thank you.
I see it on the next one.
County Superintendent of Public Works Thomas Wind is requesting a resolution establishing a 2024 capital project account for County Route 4 Bridge number 2020, bin number 3330760 in the town of Hume as part of the Bridge New York Bridge Rehabilitation Program. This project is being funded through New York State Bridge at 95% federal, 5% local shares. Currently, the total anticipated cost of this bridge is around $696,900,000. Our local share will be around $340,000, and it'll be funded through the H5197 Highway Equipment and Capital Account outlay. And I'll move that.
Demical second.
Move supported. Is there any question?
I'd just like to make a statement. I appreciate this bridge program that we have in place, and we've been very fortunate to be able to be awarded some great numbers for our bridges. It saved us a lot on our local money that we have to spend on these bridges. So I appreciate that program.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you. Public Safety, Mr. Havey. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sheriff Scott Cicerello is requesting permission to fill one full-time corrections corporal position in the sheriff's office. The annual salary for this position is estimated to be between $52,000 and $64,000, with annual benefits estimated to be between $20,000 and $25,000. This position is funded 100% by county funds and is included in the budget, and I will move this.
Rick, you second.
Move supported. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. That's all the referrals I have. Is there any old business? New business? Go to the order, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to announce a caucus at 1:30 in the DPW conference room. Thank you.
Anything else? Have a motion to adjourn, please.
Patton will move that.
Root will second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned.